Hello, everyone. I am Amorous the Empress, and this is my co-host.
Hi, Savannah. It's Mystery Minx, and we are the losers of Just a Little Drag.
And welcome to Just a Little Review. This is basically our review show of season 3 of Just Little Drag, and we break down the judges' critiques to the performers, to the tops and bottoms.
What the main thing that we wanted to do with this show is because there's not going to be a documentary series this time around.
And no one asked us to do this.
No, we wanted to do this.
We love Just Little Drag so much. We had such an amazing time on our seasons, me season 1, Mystery season 2, that we were just very persistent about doing this show. So we're really excited about these next 8 weeks.
Yeah, so like the past 2 seasons, they always start with Show Us Your Best Drag.
I feel like Show Us Your Best Drag is basically like show us your brand. And honestly, it's just kind of a hard theme, I think, for the contestants.
Yeah, it's exciting to show what you think at that moment your best drag is. And a lot of these queens are still very new to the scene and new to performing.
But I will say I went to the competition this Wednesday and I was just like blown away with the energy and the competitiveness right out the gate. Like everybody was very hungry for it. And I can definitely feel like this is going to be a very competitive competition. The girls were fighting. Yeah, I mean, I'm excited to get into it. Do you want to jump in? So we're going to go from the bottom to the top. So the lowest scoring contestant to the highest. First one up out of the chute is Miss Darionce Noxemma Lupita Jackson. Is that the correct one?
Oh, girl, that's a mouthful.
Darionce, I know a couple of you were off on a good bit of words, so that took your score down for me. Because even those runs and stuff, when you do that, you gotta be on them runs. You gotta be able to get that. I will say, I think this orange looks beautiful on you. I think your makeup is beautiful. That hair looks like it just came off Angela Bassett's head. You know, like, here for all of that. But I will tell you to consider editing some. The shawl that you had seemed to get in the way a lot of times. So
yeah, so Darionce, I think what she did with the song choice was very strong in the beginning when she came out, like I said, but I will say the outfit was hindering her from performing really well with lip syncing. And what do you think, Imris?
I thought that when she came out with like the floral bouquet, it was just a very beautiful, regal moment. I agree with Chi Chi that she looks stunning in the orange, but there were so many elements to her costume. Like she was holding the bouquet. She was like trying not to trip over the shawl thing. But I do agree with Chi Chi. She needs to edit because having so many elements it felt like it distracted her from the performance.
Yeah.
I didn't really feel conviction in her lip sync, but I thought that she did look very fabulous and I loved the concept.
And I totally agree. I think she was, out of all of them, the most like creative. There was drama, there was elegance to it.
But I don't think Darionce should have been in the bottom. I thought she did pretty good. The next 2 contestants were a tie, actually. So Coltra Nixxx and Alfajor got the same exact score. So let's cover Coltra first.
Okay.
Coltra, I think you came out super strong. And then you ended really strong, but in the middle of the number, it kind of lost energy, so you kind of lost my attention. So just make sure like you do the build up into your performance. I would also suggest that you wear a couple more tights because I can see the different layers, you know, and we're not supposed to see nothing. That's supposed to be invisible.
Coltra Nixxx is someone who has been doing drag very recently, and I think What I like about Coltra is her sense of punkness. Every time I see her, she has very interesting makeup. However, I did feel like with this performance and the outfit especially, I was like, I've seen a much cooler Coltra Nixxx. What do you think?
I've seen Coltra a lot this year at Star Search. They're a very versatile queen. Like sometimes they do Broadway, sometimes they do really punk things, sometimes they sing. I just felt like the whole time she was performing, it was kind of like very internal and she wasn't projecting and commanding. I just want her to like be more proud and confident of what she's doing.
Right.
I think maybe the same critique as Darionce, like have conviction with the words you're saying, like really mean what you're saying. And I thought that they looked amazing, like in their first performance, but I think that they just need to let go on stage.
Yeah. I will say when Coltra was at the front of the judges' table, there is something about their body confidence, the choreography that they were doing at that point that was really like I kind of saw a beginning of a momentum and then it kind of just...
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. Yeah, I think that's it for Coltra Nixxx.
Yeah. Next person is Alfajor.
No, so number one, I think I love your look. I thought it was so cute. I thought it's like for me, you can be like trashy, innocent horror, and I would say two things. One, be careful you're not snatching money from people. Make sure that they understand on their end that you're not just snatching the money that you're performing, but you take it in a certain way that makes them feel appreciated. And also that mix felt really short. That song felt really short.
Alfajor, which I live for this new name. So what do you think, Emery? What's your thought?
Okay, it's really, really exciting to see the progression of Alfajor's drag. They were always like an amazing dancer and performer. Over time, has just gotten better and better and better and better and elevated as she's like found her niche. I was talking to Influenza Miller about it. It is somehow so fishy and cunty and gorgeous and still punk. Her dancing is what sets her apart. That's her strong suit. So always keep that. But I feel like maybe just building on a concept. I'm excited to see what they do throughout this competition because they're going to have to go outside of that box.
Right. Literally, what I wrote down for Alfajor is that I wrote pussy because we all know Alfajor is a strong dancer when it comes to voguing and when it comes to a ballroom scene and influence. And I agree that I think there needs to be a little bit more balance when it comes to body confidence and lip sync confidence. And I think maybe also end stronger. There wasn't like a moment that's like, this is it.
But lastly, their fucking body was giving.
Literally.
The body was giving.
And the makeup improvement, I felt like it was all there when it comes to, Alfajor's like best drag. I'll say I would love to see another wig. And I will give this same critique to Frida.
I think she's next.
Oh yeah, is Frida next? I think so.
She is next. Wait.
Yeah,
she's next. Frida Kalahoe.
Frida, Frida, I love you. First of all, I love Victoria Monet, so I love the Minx. People will let you know around here, one of my pet peeves is earrings. You did keep my attention throughout. I would consider that, there's two things I want to tell you. One, maybe consider another pair of tights because I can see your pads. Yep, so that's one. And the second, make sure when you're dancing, you don't lose your lip sync. Because sometimes you'll get into your dancing and you're not lip syncing. So make sure you keep your lip sync consistent, okay?
Oh my God. I love this.
Yeah, I think this is really strong. I think she's a really polished queen when it comes to hair, outfits, and makeup. And I've seen a really strong improvement. I just will say I would love to have seen another hair. That's the only thing. I think it would have been interesting to see something else. That's all. But
yeah, like I want to see Frida in a hair that's not gray. Like I want to see a different one. Show me a different girl.
You're like, do drag for me.
for
Do
me.
it for me.
Different hair. But literally when she came out and it was just some sort of confidence, I just wanted to dance. I love the song choice. She just had this energy that she was conveying what the song meant. I'm gonna steal that song.
Like I said, what Chi Chi wants Just a Little Drag to be is about hyping up a crowd and pleasing the judges, but hyping up a crowd. And I think that's what Frida did. Yeah, it seemed like people went nuts, and I liked that. She's been like, okay, I've been cooking up in the Star Search scene and Thursday night.
Cooking up in Alana and Arista's kitchen.
Yeah. And she's like, okay, I feel
ready.
Strong and ready. Yeah.
Yeah. I really like Frida. And then that brings us to our next contestant who I feel like has so much confidence.
Yeah.
So what I'm talking about is who he is as a performer.
It was everything. I thought it was dope. I loved your costume and everything. But my critique is the same one I had for you after you did Star Search. At the very beginning, when you're standing turned around, it's almost like you don't know the words and you're trying to distract us for that. Like, you can stay around for a little bit, but at some point, like, you waited too long to turn around, is what I'm trying to say. But if you turned around a little bit earlier, like right before you did the snaps, and did the snaps looking at us, I think that would have made the performance a little more stronger, because we were all kind of like, when is motherfucker gonna turn around? You know, so, so that's my only critique.
Archer is not here to play games.
Yeah, this is why I'm super excited for Archer, because I think Archer gives great performances and chooses really interesting song choice, like chooses interesting song choices. I think Archer chooses really great songs that are like maybe not, that are a little bit different, but he will make it a crowd pleaser.
Like there was a story, there was dynamics, there was different parts in the music that changed and were ever changing and then would build to this huge dance break. There's like one part video where they do like a...
Yes, I lived.
They were so in the moment.
The highs and lows, yeah. Hitting every second, and it was so good. But Archer could bring something totally on the flip side, you know, which is...
Yeah, I'm excited to see them do different like variations of who Archerback is. One thing I will say, the one critique that I will give them is like, I want to see a different, you know, type of man too. Like, I don't want it just to always be this like suit and tie. Like
with this like outfit, I would have just liked to have seen just a little elevation when it came to like altering the outfit to be like a high level of Archerback. So next queen, our winner tonight, which is Miss Red.
Miss Red, give it up for Miss Red.
The only thing I wrote down was you kept my attention the entire time. And let me say this. I think those of us that know Red from around the bar and stuff, we know Red as having one of those personalities that might get to be a little too much sometimes, but I want to say this. I was definitely impressed with what you put on the stage tonight. I was so impressed. You really intrigued me. You knew every one of your words, and I was very impressed tonight. So thank you for tonight. So our winner tonight, the one that came out on top, was Red. Give it up for Red.
Right off the bat, she won week 1, and that's super exciting. I'm so thrilled for Red. Red really proved tonight that they're here to fight and they're here to have fun. And I think they've really come into themselves lately when it comes to their mixes and their sense of stage presence. What I've learned with like viewing your season, Emery, viewing season 1 and hearing some of those critiques is that when you come out, when you start, you're performing. Don't go straight to like grabbing money.
Yeah, she called it like cherry picking or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. You have to like give a moment to like let the audience know what the vibe and the mood is.
Take you in for a second.
Yeah.
And did exactly that.
Yeah.
I completely agree. Like, she has come into herself. Like, she understands what it means to entertain an audience. She understands like what her style is. She has such an amazing sense of humor. And I've seen a lot of queens use voiceovers, but I think that hers was one of the most successful, funniest, like completely ate every nuance and had the audience like literally cackling.
Right.
And then it would cut from that into this like fierce dancing, and she's like duck walking and like bouncing from here to here. So much energy. I thought she looked like the best I've ever seen her. I love that hair. It really is about, we should call this episode Conviction.
Yeah, literally.
Conviction.
Literally,
like,
the Conviction episode.
Yeah.
It should be just a little review, not conviction.
But I thought she completely deserved it, and I am so proud.
Yeah, me too. I'm so proud.
Yeah, let's see if she rides this like high on out. And
you know, super great start to this season.
Yeah.
I think the lineup and the order of like bottom to the winner, I think I would have probably switched Coltra and
agreed.
With Darionce. You
agreed completely. Yeah, well, this has been the first episode of Just a Little Review. Thank you so much for watching.
Thank you so much, guys. We're so excited to carry this for the next 7 weeks, and we're super pumped. And
happy Hunger Games.
Happy Hunger Games, bitches.
Well, anyways, we'll see you next week.
See you next week, guys.